Start play, they'll try and slow it down as much as possible.
Necessarily won back by Vietnam. Siriton saw the danger. Lovely touch on there by Quang Hai. Here is Siriton. Racing there, Siriton, was that little leg out? He didn't like that from Quang Hai.
So this is what I love about Quang Hai. It's not just his quality on the ball, but he works incredibly hard off it as well to help his side out defensively. You see a shot from Tirasin, took a deflection of Ngọc Hai.
Hard work in these opening minutes for Thailand. They have a corner. Absolutely no rush to go over and take this. Thiraton Bulmatan really installed at Buriram, having left Yokohama F. Marinos last week. Distinguished career he had there. Jet League medal to his name. Well defended by Vietnam. They get away with Quang Hai. Ngọc Hai was looking to release Ha Duc Chin. Patampon wins it back for Thailand. All over the top from Thiraton. The flag has gone up on Patampon. Tip rather, but they will look for those sort of balls, won't they, Roshan? They've got that pace from Tip.
Yeah, when they can, he's done well, Ngọc Hai, just to step up in that situation, to read the play. Got the call from Tenzong.
Looking around Patampon, but it's back with Vietnam. Those early minutes for Vietnam were breathtaking. They come forward again. Oh, they've seen a bit more of the ball, haven't they? Well, here they are, looking to get in that final third. Look at Chanatip, right on the tail there of Quang Duc.
Really good idea on that pass from Hong Duk. Sliding it right down the line there. Splitting Narubaudin and Bir. Van Duk just couldn't take it in his stride, in his run.
Chapchai sees the danger. They're asking for a foul, a penalty. Thailand are saying it should be a goal kick. Referee goes for neither and says it's a corner. He's the man who's fuller, isn't he, Chapchai, from the last game?
I remember when he came charging out of the box the last game in the first half, but again, quality play from Vietnam. Let's have a look here. Does he get enough on the ball as it comes through? He looks to take it around. Yeah, I think he makes contact with the ball and it actually comes back off Haduk Chin. You can see quite clearly there, and it should actually be a goal kick.
That's exactly what the Thai players were saying. And just to clear this up, Roshan, as well, because there was so much from Vietnamese fans in particular on social media about Chapchai being sent off, but he wasn't denying an obvious goal scoring.
Well, we spoke about it in the first leg. We brought up that point. But look, I mean, it's an emotional game, right? So when you think decisions are going against you, you can get a little bit over emotional in these situations.
Got a yellow card for the foul on that day. I'm sure a bit of shielding there. That is not a great corner. Expect a bit better from Quang Hai.
He normally hits it so well, Quang Hai. Looking dangerous, Vietnam. Very encouraging signs. Able to just pass it through the Thai defense a little bit too easily. I think for Mano's liking at the moment.
Flag has just gone up and Haduk Chin.
Well, Narubaudin was confident there, wasn't he? Straight away his arm shot up. Assistant referee on the far side responded. Let's have a look here. Oh, that's a close one, you know. I think he might just have been offside. I think Narubaudin might just have stepped up in time.
Talk about being extremely confident of your position. Narubaudin. The assistant referee agreed with him. Just taking it up a notch again, haven't they, Vietnam? Here is Tiraton. Oh, dispossessed brilliantly by Quang Hai. No foul. Referee waves play on. For Tan Thai.
Wonderful work from Quang Hai. Again here, just double team on Tiraton. Didn't release it quickly enough, and to Tiraton's credit, he does well to recover. Wins it back, but it almost becomes a nice little through pass for Ho Tan Thai. Moving forward down the right-hand side. Just slips, he loses his footing as he hits this. Kritsada was coming across to close down that angle for the shot.
Thailand had just started to string a few passes together, get to that final third. Vietnam ratcheted up the pressure once again. Just trying to get a spell on the ball if they can, the Thais. Maybe pleased with what he's seen so far, Park Hang-seo. He needs goals.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Pleased with the approach play so far, the intensity that they're playing at. But yeah, they need to find that breakthrough.
As we said, that one goal will just put the pressure on Thailand. Here's no button for Thailand. Back to Beer. Looking for Chanatip. Here's Tirasin. Patompon waiting, but it's Sarach who has the ball. Here he is now. Still Patompon. Pretty wild attempt. Preferred him today over Supachai.
Yeah, I mean, it opened up for him to have a shot at goal. You can see Tirasin was just applauding the effort as well, just to provide some encouragement. Wasn't the best of efforts from Patompon. But I know this is going to sound perhaps a little bit strange, but what's important is you finish off your attacks so that there's no risk of a counter-attack from the opposition. When it goes out for a goal kick and get yourself back organised into a defensive shape.
Narubadin comes forward. Starting to see more of the ball. Squares that to Tirasin. Tutipan. Now Sarach. Now happy again to just stroke it around. Narubadin. Just gave that away very, very cheaply. And talking of which, Vietnam do the same.
Yeah, looking for the quick pass in behind for Duc Chin to go and chase. Now Chris Sada on hand to come across. He's done really well, Chris Sada, for Thailand in central defence. Pitiwat, another one who's been an unsung hero for them perhaps.
Tutipan. Now Tiraton. Vitsada. Promised attacking football from Mano Polking. Not quite the case at the moment. It's a case of hanging in there for a little bit. But they weathered the storm. Vietnam have been more or less relentless in this. Vietnam have got the ball back. A quick ball over the top from Quang Hai. Here's Chai again. This time he connects with the ball cleanly. And he has gone down though.
That's excellent goalkeeping from Chai. He's alert to that. Park Hang-seo, he can have a go at the referee. He won't be happy with Chai going down. Very intelligent ball. Quick ball played over the top from Quang Hai. And he's not even in the set position to play that pass, Quang Hai, but he understands that he just needs to toe poke it over that defense, and that's exactly what he does. But credit to Chai, that starting position, he's alert. He understands that the space in behind that high line from Thailand, and that's his territory to go out and help his defense out. And he's done that.
Tian Lin connecting with Chai as he came rushing out. Wanted to get a message across. He said he couldn't sleep as he was working 20 hours a day looking at different situations. He was trying to figure out what Vietnam would do today. He wasn't sure whether Bui Tian Dung would come back. He thought Vietnam might even experiment with a back four. Looking at win backs and what they might do, their strengths. And even Park Hang-seo said he had a sleepless couple of nights looking back at the replay of the repeat of the last game. And now the stretcher has to be brought in. Is he going to come off? This would be a big turn of events. No, the stretcher's being refuted. sleepless nights because that was Park Hang-seo's first loss to an ASEAN rival in 34 matches. He has had 27 wins and 6 draws against ASEAN nations since he took over Vietnam.
Well, this is Chai coming off. We take a bit of contact from Tian Lin. I can't quite see what the issue is there. He might have just pulled a muscle, perhaps. I think that's what it is. It just jars his leg as he lands. He might have just pulled a muscle there.
So it's not the contact with Tian Lin.
It's not the contact with Tian Lin. It's the way he lands. He's gotten up. He's tried to carry on. He's gone back down again, and the stretchers come on now. And it does look like they will have to make the change now, Thailand.
Siwarak is the keeper who's played in this tournament. Of course, they've got an amazing keeper in Kawin. But he's just not had game time, Roshan.
Yeah, he went back to Thailand for a bit, settled a few personal issues. He came back to rejoin the squad a few days ago.
There was a fair bit of flack for selecting him for Manu Poking just because of his lack of game time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you've got a squad, or when you're allowed a squad of 30 players, you bring a goalkeeper like Kawin with that quality, whether he's been playing club football or not, you bring him in to be a part of that squad, and for all his experience as well, and to even increase the level of the goalkeeping training within the squad.
So Siwarak, who played against Singapore, is getting ready. It looked like he was going to be okay, Chai. But look, they have good goalkeepers, Thailand.
It's something Manu's spoken about. Manu Poking was asked about Kawin being in the squad, and he says, well, pretty much exactly what he said. Is that you bring a player of his quality and his experience in to be a part of it, and that he absolutely trusts the goalkeepers that he has in his squad. He knows what each one is capable of, and he's not been afraid to play them, has he?
That looks like it could well be it there for Chai. Real shame for him in Thailand. And you wonder whether that will be the end of his tournament. 37-year-old Siwarak comes on. Long-time servant to Buriram. Put 30 caps for his country. Siwarak has spoken out about how much he enjoys being under Manu Poking. Oh, he's distraught, isn't he? He's in tears here. Chai. That might indicate
probably just end of his tournament. And you know, if there were folks out there who were wondering if that was a legitimate injury, I think we've gotten our answer here.
Taking a long time with that. Siwarak will come on for Chai. An enforced substitution for Thailand.
Well, a very experienced goalkeeper, Siwarak. As you said, 37 years of age. He doesn't look it, does he?
Listen, we saw a 38-year-old yesterday.
That's right, Hassan
play
Sani.
An absolute blinder.
Yep.
Ball in the head, Roshan. That's what I told myself. So, a setback, regardless, isn't it, for Thailand? They've lost their number one goalkeeper. Been almost a sweeper for them at times as well. Let's see if Siwarak can help them in that regard as well. And actually, obviously, very sad for Chai, but it has in many ways helped Thailand. Broken up things by quite a bit. It was about 6, 7, 8 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That stoppage.
I mean, they'll be added on at the end of this half, obviously, but
It's that momentum.
in terms of the momentum and the rhythm of the game, it certainly disrupted it. A little bit of a reset as well for Thailand and for Vietnam. It's for Vietnam now to again get things going. Because any sort of stoppage, anytime the game sort of breaks down in terms of the momentum and that rhythm, anytime Thailand can slow it down, it's going to work for them.
Well, that was a really important touch here, and a shove, surely. Titipan there knew exactly what he was doing on Van Gogh. It's a yellow card.
Charging forward here, Vietnam, and Titipan knew exactly what he was doing. There's no way he was going to win the ball legally there as Van Dijk was streaming forward. Correct decision by the referee.
Could be the first test here for Siwadak.
And Quang Hai has got a wonderful left foot.
Hit the woodwork twice in that last game. This is pretty much dead center.
It looks a little bit far out, but not with Quang Hai around. Normally hits the ball so well. Technically.
And the crowd, because they know that well, and what he did in the last game. It's building up to a crescendo here. They're expectant. Wing Quang Hai for Vietnam. Siwadak does his job.
Well, I thought for a second it was going to spin back into goal here. He took the sting out of it. Was quick enough to get back up on his feet and gather the second ball.
Siwadak, as I mentioned, almost 30 caps. Actually, Chap Chai, who's gone off, is the least experienced of the three goalkeepers that they've got. But they've gone with him. 4 attempts now from Vietnam. And again, Roshan, for all that we've talked about, them having the ball and pressing, they haven't created enough, have they?
No, they haven't. They haven't really troubled Thailand in terms of, and I'm talking about high quality opportunities. So important. I know we sometimes get fooled by the basic stats that we put up. Another look at this free kick here from Quang Hai. There's plenty of pace behind it, but Siwadak's well positioned. But it's about creating high quality chances. And after that really good start from Vietnam, where they were all over Thailand, it has settled down now.
You can see what Patampon was trying to do. They are looking across at the assistant, that Vietnamese defence, Lee Tien Dung and O Tan Thai, saying that should have been offside, ref.
Yeah, really nice idea. A couple of flick-ons. You can see the number 7, the wing-back, Hong Zui, playing Thailand onside. He's got his auto appeal up, the hand goes up, hoping for the flag to come up. It's fascinating, isn't it, footballers? You know you've played them onside and still you're just hoping that the flag will go up.
Because you've done it, I'll just do it. Again, I'm just always amazed by how talented and so good with ball retention. Somehow holding off these players who are far bigger than him.
Well, it's use of his body, and I said again, awareness of situations around him.
Who too is in Japan, like his erstwhile colleague Tiraton. As I mentioned, has just moved back. He's still with Hokkaido Contadole Sapporo. A will be Tiraton to swing this in. Decent ball in, isn't it? But it will be a goal kick. Titipan insists it should be a corner.
A good ball swung in from Tiraton. Another one with a sweet left foot. It's come off the head of Titipan.
He was insistent.
Yeah, again, you know, well, actually, he's right, you know. It's come off Tien Lin. Should have been a corner. But just a reminder, even if there was VAR, it's not something that, it's not a situation that VAR would intervene in.
Yep. Here's Patompon. Nice little touch from him. This is shades of the second half of that first semi-final, wasn't it, Russian, where Thailand kind of had to try and keep it as compact, absorb that pressure. Have they done a fairly decent job of it for you?
They have.
Beer. Strong header away. Hong Kong Dui. Guang Hai. It's effortless for him, isn't it? It's barely a backlift.
Yeah, but it wasn't into anyone. And Thailand will take that. And Paul King in the dugout as well was, you can hear him shouting at his players, encouraging them to keep those situations tight, make sure they've got their lines up, they're alert. Passing accuracy, you can see a big difference there between Thailand and Vietnam, but also the types of passes Thailand are playing. You know, it's shorter passes because they're trying to slow things down at times. They're not in a hurry to get it forward, whereas for Vietnam, they're attempting riskier passes. And that's why those accuracy numbers are a little bit lower.
They've got to play the percentages, don't they?
They've got to try get it forward as quickly as they can. That's what they're trying to do, and sometimes you lose accuracy with those higher risk passes.
Hong Kong Dui on the left hand side. Trying to get in on the action.
Again, so important to look at stats while they are fascinating, but to understand the story of the game and why those stats are turning up as they are.
Well, the crowd trying to do all they can. They would dearly love a goal before half-time. Put that pressure on Thailand. Oh, it's just wide the header. That is their best chance by some distance. And it's Ho Tan Tai who looks up to the heavens.
Oh, I thought that was in. Wonderful header from Ho Tan Tai. It's a great ball in, and Ho Tan Tai, I mean, he's marked there, but he still is able to just break away and get a run and attack the corner that has come in. He should have scored. He should have scored. He looks up to the skies to close the roof over the National Stadium. Whatever message he's trying to send up there, perhaps they're getting shut out by the closed roof here. He should have scored there. Ho Tan Tai.
Clear chance there, wasn't it? That is what you call a high-quality opportunity. And really, Vietnam should be one up. Well, that did not look pleasant. Singh is down, but he got himself up quickly.
You know, it's one of these challenges. You love it as a defender, where the attacker's backing into you. You go up and challenge and you get to fall over him. It's like a free hit a little bit. And then from an attacker's perspective, I'm thinking, hang on,
I've got the foul.
He's climbed all over me.
Touch on back by Sadach. Oh, foul. Patompon.
Yeah, good position this.
Behind on Guang Hai, and again the crowd maybe sensing something here. defence. We're going to have a fair bit of added time here at the end of this first half. First, Thailand have to deal with this free kick. Quang Hai. It's Tirasin who does his defensive duties there. Corner for Vietnam.
Okay, just looking to whip this in with that pace and dip. Tirasin in a good position. Danger's not over.
It was difficult. He wants to make amends quickly, doesn't he? Tan Thai, 6 minutes. Not surprised that. With
the very deliberate ball towards the back post for Ho Tan Thai. Much better marking from Kritsada on this occasion. The first one, Ho Tan Thai had a clear header on the edge of the 6-yard box. He was able to break away from Kritsada there. Kritsada was making sure that he kept track of his man. Very difficult header for Ho Tan Thai. He's off balance and angles going against him. Tirasin's down. Heavy knock to the back of the head.
The play is continuing at the moment. Thailand managed to put it out.
I think it's a legitimate one. I think he gets a knock on the back of the head here. But it's both players aerially going for that. Tian Zung, he's got to challenge for that as well. It's one of those, again, as I say, if you're an attacker going up for it, you know you're going to get hit from behind.
Narabadi. Right now will do for Thailand. Park Hang-seo returns the ball. They want to get on with it. Good battle there. Ooh, did he just leave a little bit? Well, Narubadin. Harduk Chin.
Nice little battle here between Duk Chin and Narubadin. And he's done very well, Narubadin, just to come across and get his body in the way. Bit of afters there, but nothing much really. It's well defended by the number 15.
The Thai press had asked prior to this game the likes of Chachai and Tiraton, Narubadin, Kritsada, perhaps not to start today. Western ahead. Those are complete passes. Tiraton ahead of that list.
All five were Thai players on that list.
Kritsada with the header. Hong Tui. Quang Hai! Is that just a bit behind him, maybe?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I felt the ball was too close to him almost. The timing of his movement in towards it perhaps was a little bit off, as in he was standing there as it came into him. See, he had to sort of stop. He had to stop, and the ball was behind him a little bit. And still, as it falls to him in a situation like that, I was thinking this is going to be on target. And still you have that faith. I'm sure Park Hang-seo had that faith.
He had that faith as well.
Quang Hai as well. More encouragement. More and more encouragement from Vietnam. It seems like they're getting closer.
They don't want that whistle to go for half-time. We've got till the 51st minute on your clock here. Quang Hai, no goals yet in this tournament. Straight forward for Siwadak, who will probably just hold on to this now. Passing that. Bong Hong Dui. And that's what we're talking about, Roshan. That is a prime example. They're playing that percentage, aren't they? Just trying to get the ball up quickly.
That's exactly it, and that's why the passing accuracy numbers have taken a hit. It's the different styles of play, the different approaches, because of the story of the game, the story of the Thai.
There's another one. The flag has gone up, but you have to take those risks, don't you? You have to gamble a little bit.
I think at times it's a little bit desperate. I think it's starting to get a little bit desperate at times with the longer passes, because there's situations where you can just look to try and sort of play those short passes through, and they've looked dangerous doing that, Vietnam. But when you start to get desperate in certain situations, run out of ideas a little bit, then you try these longer balls that don't really quite work. And I mean, so far Krinsada and especially Beer have dealt with those longer passes in behind pretty well.
Time is starting to run out here for Vietnam and Park Hang-seo. Just lost his footing there, Patampol. They'll have the overload here. The shots! Oh, that's a great save. Tiraton, the near post. Winman. Well, that would have been a bit of a...
Well, that would have done it for Thailand. Wonderful move from Thailand. They go right to left, and then they get these overlap from Tiraton. That was headed in. Such an important save from Winman. Sarat just holding on, waiting for that support to arrive. Good timing of the pass, right into the momentum of Tiraton's run. So he can take it pretty much first time. Such an important save for Winman. Great chance for Thailand there.
Last opportunity. Here with something on it. Tirasin. Chanate. Thailand suddenly only had one chance before that. Well, Thailand are just 45 minutes away from confirming yet another final spot in the AFF Suzuki Cup. There's plenty of work to do here for Vietnam.